Hey guys, I'm Paige and today I'm going to talk to you about fall books. Instead of doing an October TBR, I kind of just wanted to do a fall book TBR. There's a lot of books that I would like to read this fall because I feel like during the winter months, you know, Christmas is coming and I'll probably get a ton of books for Christmas. Hint, hint to my husband. And I really want to get the books read that I have because I keep buying books and then like it's just a cycle where like I buy a new book and then I want to read that book, so I read the new book and then I haven't read the other books that I bought and then I just keep buying new books and then I can't. So I would really, these are books that I have that I really want to read this fall. So these are in no particular order except for this book I want to read in November because it is 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This book is super intimidating because of its size. However, the margins in this are pretty big, so I think I should be okay. I know that I can get through it. It's just really intimidating. It's also, this would also be my first Stephen King book ever, which a lot of people think that's funny because I guess this is like his most different book that he's written, and it's not like real, it's not like what he normally writes, but this is just the book that I want to read, so I'm gonna read this one. But let's hope that I can read this book in the fall. The next book I want to read this fall is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, especially because the movie is coming out, so I would really love to read this. And I don't know, we'll see how I feel about it. I know it's not as like spooky and creepy as you'd think it would be. I guess that's kind of the vibe I've gotten from everyone who's read it. Like the pictures and everything, you think it's going to be like super scary, but it has more of like an X-Men feel to it. I don't know. We'll see, but I definitely want to read this fall. I also would really love to read The Cuckoo's Calling, or The Cuckoo's Calling, however you say that. It is by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I own the entire series for this, and it's just been staring at me, and it's like, why haven't you read me? So I would like to read it. I feel like this is kind of a fall book to read. Also, You by Carolyn Kepnes. This book, I am currently reading this book, and I'm loving it. It is super creepy and weird, but I really like it. And yeah, this is perfect for October. By the way, I'm 100 pages in and I'm so glad that I am reading this. This would have also been a really good book for the Spookathon. I'll leave the information for that linked below if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, this is a creepy, awesome book. I also really want to read the Book of Ivy. This is like a dystopian type book where the United States has like fallen and like people were fighting, and then people from the losing side, the girls from the losing side, have to be married to the men of the winning side. Like once a year, it's like a ritual, and Ivy, it's her turn to be married off, I guess, and she wants to kill the president's son. And that's the guy she's supposed to marry. And I don't know, it's a series and I think I'm going to love it. It sounds so good. So it kind of just like, it reminds me kind of the Hunger Games ish. I don't know, we'll see. I would also very much love to read Night Film. I've had this book for a long time and I have never read it, and I even like promised my friend I would read it with her, and I still have yet to even pick it up. Because I don't know, this book is kind of intimidating because it's really heavy. Like for some reason it's really heavy. Even I've seen the paperback copy of it and even that is really heavy. So I don't know why this book is so heavy. Maybe because it's like 600 pages. I don't know. But it's just, I don't know. But I really would love to read this. I think it's a fall book. I think it would be great to read in October. but we'll see. My October reading is kind of stacked up, so it might have to get pushed to November, but we'll see. I also want to start The School for Good and Evil. This is a series that I very much want to read. I have a couple of the other books up there too, so I think it's a middle grade book, but I've just heard wonderful things. Basically, there's a school for good and there's a school for evil, and the two kind of main characters in this book, one thinks they're gonna go to the good school, one thinks they'll go to the evil, but then it gets switched, so the good girl goes to the evil and the evil goes to the good, and that's all I know about it really, but I don't know, it sounds fun. I like magic and anything that can bring me back somewhat to my Harry Potter days. You know, I'll try anything to get that feeling back, even though nothing ever compares. But yes, I definitely want to read this in the fall. Also, The Hamilton Affair. OMG, guys. I'm obsessed with Hamilton, the musical, and I have not read the biography that the musical was written after because it's super intimidating, but this is all about the affair that Hamilton had on his wife Eliza with Mariah Reynolds, but it's not a biography, it's told like a story, so it's a story, and guys, this is everything. Like, I had to buy this. I saw that this was coming out and I was like, OMG. Hamilton Affair. Gonna be reading this. I also have two contemporary type books on my list, just to kind of shake it up. All those are kind of like, except for Hamilton, but all those are kind of like thriller, a little mystery, fantasy. I also would like to read Since You've Been Gone, just to kind of break up all like the thriller type books that I'll be reading. This will be a nice break after I've read like 3 thrillers or 4 mysteries. This will be a nice little break, and I love Morgan Matson. It's a Morgan Matson book, and so I feel like you can really never go wrong with a good old MM book. The last book that I would really like to read this fall is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. All I know about this book is there's a meteor that's gonna strike and everyone basically has 2 months left to live, and it follows, I think they're high schoolers, I'm not sure, but yeah, I thought this would be a fun book to read this fall as well. So those are the books that hopefully I can get to this fall. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned, or if you have any other recommendations for some good fall-like books. Alright guys, until next time, happy reading!